Hey y'all, Lauren Phelps here. So today I wanted to share with you some actions that are going against old rules. So there's been some different things going on in my world, and I thought I would just tell you about them, and hopefully it can inspire you or encourage you in some way. So let me give you some definitions. We all know what action is: taking action, doing things, not just thinking about it, out there doing it. That's acting. So what do I mean by old rules? We all have these rules for life, like we must open the door for other people, or if I text someone, they must text me back within an hour, or they don't like me anymore, or we must drive this way to work, or like we have all these rules, and some of them are like society rules, some of them are our own rules we made up, some of them are our family's rules. And so I wanted to just point that out to you so you can be thinking, like, what are my rules? Like, are my rules serving me, or are my rules holding me back in some way? Lately, I have been noticing how I'm bumping up against my rules. Like, I have a rule that I didn't even realize I had that says something like, you can't go out of town without planning it in advance. So if you decide to go out of town like 2 weeks from today, you can't go because there's not enough time to plan. And I realized that was kind of a stupid rule, because if there's an opportunity to take an action and I can have the time off of work, I can have a place to stay, I can have an approval to an event. There's no reason why I shouldn't go. It doesn't need to be arbitrary 1 month advanced planning. So that was kind of a silly rule that I made up. Another rule that I've had pretty much most of my life is that I don't really want to be around kids. Like, I don't like kids. I don't know. And I realized that was like wrong. Like, that was absolutely wrong, because there's kids that I do like to be around. So that's not really one of my rules. And I actually took a very big action toward breaking out of this rule even more. And so a few months ago, a friend of mine said, have you ever considered doing Big Brothers Big Sisters? Like, you'd be a great big sister. And I was like, no, because I don't like kids. I would be a terrible big sister. I'm an only child. I've only ever had a cat. Rest in peace, it's her birthday today. And so I was like, there's no way I'm doing that. But something just kept telling me, like, maybe you should just see what he's talking about and just Google it and see what's out there. And so some more steps happened. And tomorrow I'm going to a child safety training for Big Brothers Big Sisters, because I'm going to have a little sister soon. What? So that's so crazy. So if I had just listened to my old rules, I would have not made this action. And so I'm kind of excited, because, like, I just feel like it's an interesting adventure. What could I possibly learn from a small human that I'm going to spend a couple hours a day with? Or not a day. Not a day, oh my God. A month. Like, the commitment is like 2 hours, 2 times a month or something. So who knows? Like, I might be able to teach her how to exercise or do burpees. She might like burpees. Or we might just, I don't know what we'll do. So if you have some tips, what are your rules on how to entertain kids? Tell me what they are. So let's see, the last thing I was going to tell you about was taking action on things. So like some of us, like me, we love school, we love to learn, we love to read these books. I'm sure I've told you 100 times to read 10 pages a day. Like, read 10 pages a day. You got to read 10 pages a day. If you don't read 10 pages a day, like, you got to catch up. You got to. And what I've realized is that I'm reading and reading and reading and reading, and I'm not doing as much as I'm reading. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of things day to day, but I'm not implementing, taking action as proportionately as I'm taking stuff in. And so I'm wanting to increase my actions, not necessarily decrease what I'm reading or consuming or learning, but increase my actions. So I'm going to change my rule. Instead of I must read 10 pages a day, and alternate. Like, read 10 pages a day, then do 10 minutes of an action of something I learned. And so I'm debating if my rule should be in the same day, like turn it into a 20-minute activity, or if it should just alternate days. So we'll see. I'll report back on how that's going. I just like to make up these little rules because they usually help me to get more stuff done. They help me to feel like peaceful. You know, like some people just need rules to feel peaceful, and other people are like, don't tell me any rules. I don't want to check any boxes. I don't want any barriers. And so just know which kind of person you are and proceed to make life work for you, right? Life is happening for us, not to us. Thank you, Tony Robbins. That's one of my favorite quotes that he has. So I hope this helps you in some way. Tell me below in the comments things I can do with my little sister, and rules that you've noticed about yourself that are good or that you want to update. All right? Hope you have an awesome day. Talk to you soon. Bye.